incredible last memory of taking the field with his sons, Shador and Shiloh, here at Folsom Field at
So the Jacksonville Jaguars go bold, sort of like the color of the jacket. Travis Hunter is dancing his way out of the green room in.
Talk about my girl. Go talk about your girl. Go find a girl. Go find a life. Stop worrying about what I got going on. I know what I got. I know my girl. My girl been with me for 5 years. Y'all are just not starting to talk about me and just not starting to be with me. Like, come on, man. Y'all go do something else with y'all.
Y'all, Travis Hunter might be about to blow up the entire NFL with one explosive midseason move. And trust me, this has nothing to do with football. The streets are buzzing with rumors that could end careers, destroy marriages, and leave the Jacksonville Jaguars in absolute shambles. We're talking betrayal at the highest level, and if these whispers are true, buckle up. Because word on the internet is that Travis isn't just thinking about leaving the Jaguars, he's planning his escape from a teammate who allegedly crossed the ultimate line with his wife Liana. One fan on Twitter said it best, "This ain't about contracts anymore. This is about revenge." But hold up, because this story gets way deeper than anyone expected. Now, before we dive into this absolute chaos, let me paint you the full picture. Travis Hunter wasn't just any player on that roster. This man was their golden boy, their future franchise face, the guy they built their entire marketing campaign around. When the Jaguars first drafted him, social media went crazy with excitement. Travis was posting celebration videos, thanking fans, looking like he'd found his forever home. Fast forward to now, complete radio silence. And that silence is telling us everything we need to know. The first major red flag came when Travis went completely ghost on social media. We're talking about a dude who used to post workout videos, family moments, and pre-game hype content almost daily. His Instagram stories were constant. Gym sessions, date nights with Liana, behind-the-scenes team content. The man was living his best life publicly. Then suddenly, nothing. His last real post? A cryptic black screen with 3 dots and the caption, "Focus Mode." That's it. No explanation, no context, just pure mystery energy that had fans spiraling immediately. Fans immediately started connecting dots in the comments. Bro really said focus mode and disappeared. Something's up. Travis posting like he's in witness protection now. That 3 dots post hitting different when you know the tea. But the real drama started brewing in the locker room, and that's where this story gets absolutely wild. Multiple sources started reporting that the team chemistry was completely off. Teammates who used to joke around with Travis during practice suddenly kept their distance. The usual pregame rituals? Gone. The casual locker room banter that made Travis so popular? Dead silence. Even during press conferences, reporters noted the awkward energy. Travis would answer questions with short, clipped responses instead of his usual charismatic personality. His teammates would avoid eye contact when his name came up. The vibes were so off that sports journalists started asking questions without directly asking questions, if you know what I mean. And then came the bombshell rumor that set the entire internet on fire. Multiple anonymous sources, fan accounts, and even some verified sports personalities started whispering about one specific Jaguars teammate getting way too comfortable with Liana. Not friendly comfortable, not teammates' wives' social circle comfortable. We're talking about the kind of comfortable that destroys marriages, ends friendships, and creates enemies for life. The tea really started spilling when fans began dissecting old footage with fresh eyes. Remember that clip from months ago when Liana was chatting with one Jaguars player at some team event? At the time, nobody thought twice about it. Just friendly conversation, right? Wrong. A TikTok user with over 500K followers broke it down. Y'all remember that old clip of Liana talking to that one player? Go watch it again with fresh eyes. The body language hits different now. That clip has been making rounds for months, but now fans are analyzing it frame by frame like they're CSI investigators. Liana leaning in during conversation, laughing a little too hard at jokes, maintaining eye contact a little too long, staying in that player's personal space just a bit too much. What looked innocent before now looked like flirting caught on camera. The comment section became a crime scene. I've been saying something was off about that interaction. The way she touched his arm, that's not teammate-wife behavior. Travis probably saw this clip and lost his mind. But wait, because this is where the timeline gets absolutely insane. According to multiple fan accounts who claim they have inside sources, Travis and this mystery teammate finally had their confrontation. And it wasn't some quiet, professional conversation. We're talking about a full-blown heated exchange that happened after practice, away from official cameras, but close enough for other people to witness the fallout. Nobody's going on record about exactly what was said during this alleged clash, but sources described it as explosive and career-threatening. One anonymous witness supposedly posted, "You didn't need to hear the words to know what it was about. The body language, the pointing, the way other players backed away, that was pure rage." Another alleged insider leaked, Travis finally snapped. Months of holding it in, and he just let everything out. Security had to step in. For fans following this drama, that confrontation was the confirmation they'd been waiting for. Because once the air in a locker room gets that toxic, there is no going back. You can't share practice space, team meetings, and game strategies with someone you want to destroy. And speaking of destruction, let's talk about what happened to Liana during all this chaos. She went completely ghost. No Instagram stories, no game day selfies, no supportive wife content. For someone who was always visible in Travis's social media presence, this disappearance act was louder than any statement she could have made. But the moment that absolutely broke the internet? Liana showing up to a game without her wedding ring. The fan reactions were immediate and brutal. She really said this chapter is closed. Ring finger looking real empty right about now. Travis better pack his bags and his feelings. When the ring comes off, it's over. That ringless appearance sent shockwaves through social media. Screenshots were everywhere, zoomed-in photos analyzing her bare finger, conspiracy theories about when exactly she stopped wearing it. The speculation became so intense that sports blogs started covering the story like entertainment news. Meanwhile, Travis's behavior on the field told its own story. Gone were the celebrations with teammates after good plays. No more group huddles or motivational speeches. He'd make his plays, do his job, and immediately isolate himself on the sidelines. One fan captured it perfectly. Travis standing alone on that sideline while his whole team celebrates, that's a broken man right there. The most damning evidence came from that viral clip where Travis walked directly past his suspected rival teammate like he was invisible. No acknowledgement, no eye contact, just pure ice-cold shoulder energy that screamed "dead to me" louder than any public statement. Current NFL players started subtly reacting without naming names. Some lines you just don't cross in this brotherhood. Family first, football second, period. Respect the game means respecting the man's home. What happens in the locker room affects everything. Sports analysts began picking up the story, dropping hints without directly confirming anything. When seasoned NFL reporters start using phrases like off-field situations and chemistry concerns, you know there's real fire behind all that smoke. The timing of everything made it even more suspicious. This wasn't gradual relationship problems or typical marital stress. This was sudden, dramatic, and perfectly aligned with Travis's complete personality shift from team leader to isolated player. Think about it. You go from being the franchise golden boy posting happy family content to posting cryptic messages and avoiding your own teammates. That's not football stress. That's personal devastation. The Jaguars organization tried to control the narrative by staying completely silent, but their silence only fueled more speculation, because if this was just normal trade rumors or contract disputes, they would have shut it down immediately with official statements. Instead, we got nothing. No denials, no clarifications, no damage control. Just radio silence made every fan theory seem more plausible. Sports journalists started getting more aggressive with their questioning during press conferences. Coaches deflecting questions about team chemistry. Teammates giving robotic answers about focusing on football. The PR team working overtime to avoid addressing the elephant in the room. But here's what really convinced fans this scandal was real. Travis's complete transformation from social butterfly to hermit. This man used to be everywhere outside of football.
Charity events, fan meetups, community appearances, surprise hospital visits that had people calling him the most down-to-earth star in the league. All of that stopped overnight. No public appearances, no fan interactions, no community engagement. It's like he went from being the face of Jacksonville to becoming a ghost in his own city. When he did show up somewhere, it was brief, professional, and completely devoid of his usual energy. The few times photographers caught him in public, he looked like a man carrying the weight of the world. No easy smiles, no relaxed body language, just that distant stare of someone whose mind is constantly somewhere else. Meanwhile, social media detectives went into full investigation mode. Reddit threads with thousands of comments analyzing every detail. TikTok videos pausing and rewinding footage looking for clues. The most popular theory gaining traction was that this situation has been building for months, maybe even since the beginning of the season. Fans started pointing to subtle signs they'd missed before. Awkward team photos where certain players weren't standing near each other. Celebration videos where Travis seemed isolated. Practice footage where the energy just felt off. One viral TikTok breakdown got over 2 million views. Y'all, I went back and watched every Jaguars video from this season. Travis been distant since Game 3. Something happened early and we all missed it. The investigation became so intense that fans started tracking Liana's social media activity patterns, noting exactly when she stopped liking certain teammates' posts, when she stopped appearing in team family events, when her own content shifted from happy wife energy to complete silence. And then came the reports about Travis house hunting. Multiple sources claimed he'd been looking at properties in different cities, way outside Jacksonville. Not vacation homes or investment properties, places that looked like fresh start, new life, burn it all down type moves. The speculation reached fever pitch when unverified reports suggested Travis had already started reaching out to other teams through back channels. Not official trade requests, but quiet conversations about potential opportunities if he became available. That's when fans realized this wasn't just marriage drama anymore. This was career-altering, life-changing, scorched earth territory. Because here's the reality. If Travis forces his way out of Jacksonville mid-season over personal drama, it sets a precedent that could change how the entire NFL handles similar situations. Star players don't just abandon their teams because of locker room beef, unless that beef involves something unforgivable. The psychological warfare aspect became obvious to everyone watching. Travis showing up to practice knowing he had to share space with someone who allegedly betrayed him, having to run plays, attend meetings, and maintain professionalism while dealing with personal devastation. One sports psychologist commented, "The mental toll of performing at elite level while processing betrayal, most people couldn't handle that pressure." And that pressure is showing. Travis's on-field performance, while still good, lacks his usual spark. The highlight reel plays are fewer. The leadership moments are gone. He's playing like someone going through the motions while his head and heart are somewhere entirely else. But here's what makes this situation absolutely explosive. If Travis does force a midseason transfer and the real reason eventually comes out, it won't just destroy his marriage or end a friendship. It could permanently damage multiple careers, cost the Jaguars millions in lost value, and create the biggest NFL scandal in years. The internet is convinced we're watching the calm before the storm. Every day that passes without official statements just adds more fuel to the fire. Every cryptic social media post gets analyzed like ancient scripture. Every public appearance gets scrutinized for body language clues.